In this situation, you have black and white officers and a black driver. And in the clip that I'm going to show you with excellent police work, again, you have black and white officers and a black driver. But we're going to go ahead and break this down step by step from a legal framework so we can all understand what's going on. So what do we got? We have a cop making a stop. It appears to be good, but even if it's not, the driver is making the very first mistake in trying to contest this case on the street. He should take his tickets, sign it, and then show up to court and win there.
Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
27, 35. I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Now look at this driver. He is making another mistake. He's saying, why did you pull me over? Well, we already discussed it. This officer pulled you over for a seatbelt violation and for a headlight violation. Sometimes drivers want to convince the officers that they didn't commit these violations. That is wrong. You don't try to convince the officers. You try to convince the judge. This driver is making some very serious mistakes in this traffic stop.
Step out of the vehicle.
No,
Step out of the vehicle.
The police officer gave this driver a lawful command to step out of the vehicle. He needs to step out. He is not doing that either. This driver is setting himself up to be in a very risky situation.
25 seconds. For 94, the driver just slammed the door and locked it. Keep your hands where I can see them, sir. My camera's on too. I've already told you. Okay. Okay. Right now you're under arrest for resisting. You understand? You're under arrest for resisting. The longer you take us on, the worse it's going to be.
Let's stop it right here. A lot of people have pointed out correctly that even the responding officer's headlights are not on. So it seems very hypocritical for officers to pull over drivers for their headlights when the officers themselves are violating the law regarding their headlights. But that's neither here nor there. If these drivers are committing violations, the officers have the right to pull them over.
Sir, this is your last warning to open the vehicle and exit before we're going to break the window. Open the door and exit or we are going to break the window. Open the door and exit or we are going to break the window.
Well, we're conducting a traffic stop right now. You need to.
No, he's under arrest. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting. Open the door and exit. You are under arrest for resisting.
Can you unlock the door and step out? I will. Can you step out? You're being done. There's a traffic stop being conducted. You're required to comply.
Let me stop it right here. Can you guys sense the difference in the tone of these two police officers? The first officer with a very elevated, aggressive tone is saying, open the door, you're under arrest for resisting. The second officer, the responding officer, said, hey man, can you open the door? Can we talk? This is how you want your police officers interacting with the community. Let me put myself on the big screen for a second because this is important. Guys, these police officers work for us, all right? They are here to protect us and to serve us. They're part of the government. When the police officers pull you over, there does need to be some understanding that, hey, we're all in the same community. You can talk to me like I'm a human being, even if I am not obeying your commands. Why is that? I'll be honest with you guys. People are going through stuff every single day. Everybody goes through things. Cops pull people over on a day that their mother has passed away. Cops pull people over when they've been diagnosed with cancer and they have 90 days or 6 months to live. Cops pull people over when they've just been fired from their job. Do any of these excuses justify crazy behavior? No. But this driver is not acting crazily. This driver is resisting, and that's fine. But he's not being aggressive. The police later on, through the sheriff, indicated that they found a knife under his seat or by his feet, but they also indicated that he made no attempt to grab that knife. What you would want from police officers is a little bit of understanding. Not like the first cop, but like the second cop, just saying, hey man, can you just step out? Can we talk? I really like the approach from the second officer, just being a little kind, a little human to human grace and understanding.
Vehicle's locked in.
Yes.
He's locked it up. He's putting the window down.
Correct.
I tried to talk to
Huh? Okay. So what did he ask for when he I guess,
When he pulled me over, he walked up.
Look at this. Look at this. This officer is saying, hey, tell me what's going on. Talk to me. The first officer isn't asking any questions like, get out of the car, get out of the car. The second officer says, hey, man, let's come to a common understanding. Let's try to de-escalate this. Do you guys see how the first officer is escalating it? The second officer is trying to de-escalate it. Shout out to this second officer.
But that's just basic good cop, bad cop. That's not even like that's basic shit. They even teach that in the military. That's basic shit. That's not even like that's not any like, oh, this person is talking good because he like that's just how they're trained. It's just one cop is telling him to get out because you want him to get out. The other cop is trying to come on, sight with me. Come on, get out of the car. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? But at the same sense, I mean, I already seen this video. Every single one of them was grabbing him, throwing him to the ground. Like they were always like getting their licks in. One dude had his hand on his head. One like is just. I'm not. I get what he's saying, but I'm not buying that. Like, oh yeah, get out of the car. Like it's part of the game. It's like you being in a interrogation room. You got one cop that sit there and just talk. Yeah, you did it. You did it. You got one other cop. I understand. We just trying to help. Like it's just. That's how it's worded, bro. That's just how they work. Like we learned that shit too. It's good cop, bad cop. Like
What I did wrong? He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, there's multiple people headlights.
Okay, that's still
and then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that?
Well, this officer is incorrect right here, but what all attorneys learn in our first year of practicing criminal defense is that officers are not attorneys. So many times they have a misunderstanding of what the law is. They will misquote the law, and that's fine. That's what courts are for. That's what judges are for. When this man says, hey, it's not raining, and the officer says, it doesn't matter, you got to have your headlights on, that's an incorrect statement of law. But that's fine. Let's keep going.
Can you pull that law?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Hey.
Can you call your supervisor? Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it.
Oh.
Vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
All right, let's stop it right there. Guys, this right here absolutely is indefensible. There is no reason why this man should have been punched in the mouth. He has not been physically aggressive with these officers. He has not threatened these officers in any way. This gentleman is saying some stupid things. He's like, hey, show me the law. You're not entitled to see what the law is while you're on the asphalt, all right? That's what court is for. This driver is very confused about where he's at, but you are allowed to be confused without getting punched in the teeth. You're going to hear a lot of people review this footage and they're going to say, well, if he would have complied with this officer's lawful orders, this would not have happened. They're right. But even though they're right, it does not excuse this type of mistreatment, this type of abuse. Again, I'm going to show you a very similar situation where the officers there handled it beautifully. These officers can enforce the law without abusing the community. I could already tell from the way that this officer was conducting the traffic stop that he was looking to escalate the situation. It's come out that this officer has received numerous complaints in the past. Of course, the sheriff's office investigates these and no real punishment was meted out. So many times when you practice criminal law, you will have these same officers on the witness stand. And as an attorney, you are cross-examining them. And let me tell you, so many of these officers, they do not like it. They feel like they should be the ones in power. They should be the ones in control. And when you start asking them very pointed questions and insist and demand on an answer, now they get their backs all bowed up. Here, this driver was not complying with what this officer wanted, and now this officer's back is all bowed up, and this officer's going to show this man who's boss. So the first thing that this officer does when he makes physical contact with this driver is punch him in the teeth. This is absolutely inexcusable. Now, let me say, the state's attorney's office has investigated this situation, and guess what they found? They found that this officer committed no wrongdoing. This officer has been cleared of any criminal charges. So does this mean that if you don't follow an officer's direction, any officer can come up and punch you in the teeth? This sets a very bad precedent about how police can interact with us, and it justifies this long-standing distrust that some people, some communities have with the police. Punching this non-compliant but non-violent driver is inexcusable.
Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
1033 at 16.1 hours.
What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now.
Oh, come
Hold
on,
up.
man.
Did he punch him in the face? I didn't even see that the first time. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck?
Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands.
Here.
Okay, so this dude right here on the side, the one with the cap on, whatever. The dude that first punched him in the face. I'm gonna try to stop this.
1033 at 16.1 hours.
What is your reason, sir? What is your reason?
Step out now.
Look right here. He grabs his head, right? You see him grabbing his head, trying to take him down, and then he goes like that and punch him.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Did you guys see the second punch? Punched him right in the mouth again. We're going to look at this in slow motion, and there might be some people who want to justify this second punch. And let me tell you, this man, in my opinion, the driver, is being compliant. It is impossible for you to comply with 4 or 5 officers pulling you in different directions. Some officers are going to want you to go to the ground. Other officers are going to want you to stand up so they can cuff you while you're being ragdolled around. What does that look like? It looks like you're not complying. But what's happening is that you have 4 or 5 grown men tugging on you in different directions. Let's take a look at what's going on. We can see here that the officer who broke the window has his right arm around the subject's head and neck, right? Now look, he reaches in, he reaches back, he balls his fist up. As he balls his fist up, let's take a look to see where the driver's hands are. The driver's hands are behind his back. This man is causing no threat to the officer who's about to punch him in the mouth. Boom, right there. This is inexcusable. Hits him right in the jaw, and again, this man's arms are behind his back. He falls to the ground. Now, I'm telling you, it can look like this man is resisting, but I want you to have 4 or 5 officers pulling and grabbing on you, pushing your body, pushing your head to the ground. Your pain receptors will cause you to move. They've got the driver down. Now look at this. The same officer who made the initial stop, the officer who punched the guy in the mouth twice, now he's punched the guy in the back of the leg, in the hamstring. Y'all see his arm right there? That's one punch. Do you see his fist? That's the second punch. It looks like, oh my God, it looks like he gave him a nut shot.
So y'all see my previous video? He's hitting him with what you call that thing? Police knife stick or police whatever thing. That's what he's hitting him. He's not punching him. He has something in his hand from the last time I seen my video, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure he has something in his hand.
Here's another punch, a third punch. Here's another punch, a fourth punch. Meanwhile, guys, this man has his hands behind his back, and there are 3 or 4 officers on his back. And this officer,
the way how you punch it is weird. It seemed like he had something in his hand and he was hitting him, but it's just he's punching him like this, like I don't know. He's going like this, like it's. I don't know whoever taught him how to fight, but that's not how you throw a punch. But yeah, he's punching a little weird. But
in the hamstring. Y'all see his arm right there? That's one punch. Do you see his fist? That's the second punch. It looks like, oh my God, it looks like he gave him a nut shot. Here's another punch, a third punch. Here's another punch, a fourth punch. Meanwhile, guys, this man has his hands behind his back, and there are 3 or 4 officers on his back, and this officer is still pounding away on this young driver. Here's another punch, a 5th punch. Look at this man. There's an officer there with his hands, both hands, on this man's head, pushing his head into the ground. Meanwhile, you have, and that's fine. You have to get control of these individuals. I understand that. But why are you punching this man in the thighs? This is inexcusable.
What's wrong with you?
What you mean? I was putting my hands behind my back. I was going,
Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking.
What's going on, man?
You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
No,
Yes, bro. Yes.
That's a lawful reason, bro. You look on the phone like that, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off of you, bro.
All right, guys, so we see what's going on. In my opinion, the other officers conducted a fine traffic stop, no problem. It's the first responding officer, the one who was escalating the situation, the one who punched through the window, punched him in the mouth, then dragged him out, punched him again in the jaw, and then was wailing on his thighs and his hamstrings. Absolutely inexcusable. This officer apparently has had other complaints. He needs to be fired, and in my opinion, he needs to be charged with battery. You cannot have a few bad apples floating around assaulting community members. Now, let me show you another example where you have a black driver and black and white officers, and look at how they handle the situation. Do they have to bust the window out? Yes. Do they have to drag the defendant out? Yes. But look at how they did it with calmness, with respect, with humanity for the community. You have a driver who was pulled over for speeding. She immediately asked for a supervisor. She's contesting that she was speeding. She's saying, everybody else is speeding. Why did you pull me over? She's even saying that she wants to see the speed gun. She wants to see the results. She is refusing to get out of the car. And I want you to notice the difference between all of these officers here and the officers that we just saw. Hold up. Let's pause from this analysis of police work for a second to have a quick word from our sponsor, Chapter Medicare. If you or someone you love is on Medicare, this matters. The Department of Justice.
For a second, in case you didn't know, we don't have to show you our stuff. Yeah, okay, you have rights too, but we don't have to show you that stuff, ma'am.
You don't have to show me, so I don't have to show proof right here.
No, it doesn't work that way, ma'am.
Where's your proof that I broke the law?
It doesn't work that way, ma'am.
I want to know where's my proof. Where's the proof that I broke the law?
Now, again, this lady is being completely unreasonable. She's asking for proof that she broke the law. Where do you get proof? Where do you see proof, guys? Where do you see evidence? Guys, you see proof, you see evidence in court. I don't know why certain people want to argue their case in the street. So you've got a community member being very unreasonable, but look at the tone of these officers. Look at their patience. This is what you want in good police work. Let's go.
She just told you that you did. Ma'am, we don't have to show you our radar equipment. No, we don't. No, we don't, ma'am.
If you have to, I want to verify. How you going to accuse me? It was officer.
She wants to verify the speed gun.
How does she pick me out of all the people? I didn't break any law.
Can we have your ID, ma'am? That's all we need. I just explained all that to you. And yes, I did, ma'am. Because we don't have to show you what our radar stuff reading is. No, we don't, ma'am. Maybe for court.
Exactly.
Not right now. Y'all know we are too, ma'am.
Look at
Yes, ma'am.
Look at
Still
this.
waiting for your ID that you won't give me.
Yeah.
Look at their
Make
tone,
this process
guys.
go a whole lot faster.
Go very poorly for you.
Let me pause it. Guys, look at this. Now, I'm not saying that every officer needs to go above and beyond, but does it seem to you that these officers are escalating the situation? Does it seem to you that these officers want to punch people in the mouth? If you cannot be reasonable with unreasonable people, then you shouldn't be a police officer. I know I shouldn't be a police officer because if I'm going to be honest with you, I wanted to punch that dude in the mouth too. But that's why I'm not on the street in uniform. That's why I'm not interacting with the community on a daily basis. So many people say, oh, well, being a teacher, that's a calling. Being a nurse, being a medical provider, that's a calling. Well, let me tell you, being a police officer is a calling as well. You have to have a certain type of personality. If you feel like you have to punch unreasonable community members, you should not be in uniform.
Yes, ma'am.
Still here, still waiting for your ID that you won't give me.
Yeah.
Look how calm these officers are.
Start the site and near the site for comes back around this.
No idea. Did she tell you she was a sovereign citizen, one of those?
One of those mornings.
Messing around with these good citizens up here.
It's just one of those mornings.
And let me stop it right here.
There.
This officer whispered to the other officer, did she tell you she's a sovereign citizen? Why is that important? These sovereign citizens are completely unreasonable. They believe that the laws do not apply to them. But you can't go around punching sovereign citizens in the mouth. You can't punch them in the teeth. You can't punch them in the thighs and give them nut shots. Just because someone has crazy ideas, just because someone isn't complying verbally, doesn't mean that police officers get to beat on us.
I'm nervous right now.
Makes me nervous you're not providing your ID.
I love my people sometimes, but sometimes they just do the absolute most. I love my people sometimes, but they do the absolute most. You were speeding, and then you admit that you were speeding because you just literally said everybody else is speeding. How about you get them your license? Let them go type some shit up. You go to court, and if you go to court, you wasn't speeding, or they didn't have you on radar, or whatever the case may be. You're good. Yes, it's a convenience that you have to go to court, whatever like that. God forbid you have to miss work, But you go to court, you fight it, you won. Cool. Life goes on. If you go to court and you lose, you have to pay the ticket. I think court fees, maybe. But life goes on. If these cops wasn't cool or anything like that, this could have ended the absolute wrong way. And I think in the black community, we feel as though as long as we have a camera pointed at you, that the cops is gonna change their attitude or some shit. Like, man, it's kind of sad. It's really kind of sad. Grown ass woman, by the way.
Okay. Do you have like a warrant or something?
Let me stop it right here. This lady is saying, hey, you're making me nervous. What does the officer say? The officer say, you're making me nervous too. You're not providing your ID. Is there a reason you're not providing your ID? Do you have a warrant? And the officer is also saying, hey, ma'am, if you could please keep your hands visible. One of the number one priorities for these officers should be to make it home alive and well. We saw that in the first clip too, where the family members down. Now it's time to remove her from the car. Let's go.
Dear, I'm gonna give you a lawful order to step out of the vehicle. Ma'am, I'm giving you a lawful order to step out of the vehicle. Okay? Lawful order to step out of the vehicle. You're failing to provide your ID at a lawful traffic stop, which is a crime. Okay, so you can either roll the window down, or I will break it. Okay. So, ma'am, you've been given plenty of opportunity.
I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it. I feel like that would be very disrespectful. Did I say Mopart? She truly feel as though she's the one in power right now. She truly feels like she doesn't have to do nothing. Pennsylvania versus Mims. You have to get out of the vehicle. I'm sorry. It sucks. Like, sometimes this compliance is just compliant, or maybe get a fucking faster car. You would never have to pull over. I don't know. But at the same time, if you get pulled over, you get them your fucking ID. It's not that fucking hard. It's really not. Like, it's kind of pissing me off watching this video, because it's like she's true. Like, in her head, she truly thinks that she's in the right. Oh, you break my window, you're gonna be paying for it. Trust me, they not. It's gonna come from the state, which is my money and everybody else who pay taxes money that's gonna be paying for your little ass window. If it gets that far, it's not gonna be hung. Like, it's irritating watching this video. It's very irritating. It's very irritating.
Here. Are you gonna provide your ID? Are you gonna provide your ID?
Are you serious?
Absolutely. Are you gonna provide your ID?
For what? What did I do wrong?
Speeding. Speeding was the reason for the traffic stop. Are you gonna provide your ID?
I'm gonna stop it right here. I'm gonna let it play through. But I truly think that there's a trend or a rhythm when certain people get pulled over. My people in general is They ask the police, what did they do wrong? Then they always ask the police, I need to see proof of it. I need to see the law. I need to see something that shows and verify why you doing this. And then there's the camera. But it's always go back and forth of, why did you pull me over? I pulled you over for this. I wasn't doing this. Okay, well, this is what I'm pulling you over for. If you didn't do it, go to court and sue them. If I get pulled over right now and the cops pull me over saying, "Oh, you did 100 miles per hour," and I was doing like less than that or way less than that, 30 miles per hour, and they just trying to hit me up on some dumb bullshit. If I go to court and my dash cam and I showed on my dash cam and my dash cam shows my speed, then like I'm just gonna win the case and go back and sue. Like the fuck? I'm gonna turn my M340 to a fucking M3 Comp. Like easy. Like the fight in the middle of the street with a camera, like she's true. Like look at her face. Like she truly think that she's in the right. Like it's crazy. A grown ass woman acting like that. Like it's crazy. Imagine being in your 30s, like shit, mid 40s, maybe like high mid 40s or something like that, and you're acting like that. Like it's crazy. That is crazy. A grown ass woman.
Are you going to provide your ID? Okay. I've asked you several times. You refuse to answer. Are you going to step out of the vehicle? Are you going to step out of the vehicle? Okay, ma'am, you are now under arrest. You are under arrest for obstruction of official business and failing to provide your ID. Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle, or I will break the window. Step out of the vehicle, or I will break the window. Ma'am, I'm telling you one more time. Step out of the vehicle, or I'm going to break the window. Okay.
Oh my God!
Please step out.
No, I didn't do anything wrong. Okay.
He keeps saying, please step out. Look at this officer. Amazing.
Oh my God!
Wait, let me rewind that again so you guys can hear him saying, please step out. Please step out. This is amazing police work. Just listen to him say, please.
Because she's screaming on the top of her lungs with her fat, nasty, chunky, whatever, overweight ass sitting there, screaming on the top of her lungs like she actually hurt. And you could tell by how the camera, she's purposely holding the camera to the side so it can make it seem like something more going on than what it is. If I can back it up some. The camera's like this.
Step out of the vehicle.
She breaks the glass, she turns
or I will break the window. Step out of the vehicle, or I will break the window. Ma'am, I'm telling you one more time. Step out of the vehicle, or I'm going to break the window. Okay.
He breaks the window. She's screaming, but as soon as she's had it, she turns the camera over. And she's still screaming, ah, ah, ah. It's just he doing something to her. This is why when you see these cameras come out of police doing stuff, like, yeah, some shit is like just completely wrong. And it doesn't even have to do with black skin. It's just, you can see a white person get fucking just misuntreated. But when you see that shit and you look at the video, but then again you look at the police camera, you like, whoa, these dudes is like they she's getting money, or the police officers is fucking trash. Like but when you see shit like this and it's reversed, let's just say she dropped her video, posted on Instagram or wherever like that, and everybody's looking at it. The first thing they're gonna see is her posting, "What did I get pulled over? I wasn't speeding. What did I get pulled over? You gonna break my glass? Yeah." And everybody thinking, "Oh my God, the police, they hitting on what you call? Oh my goodness, they beating on a woman." Da 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 da. And then when you look at their video, then you realize this bitch stupid. Because I know so many people who watched that other video of that guy that got punched in the face by the cop that y'all just saw, which is understandable. Like, that's uncalled for. He got punched in the face, got out of the car, punched in the face, and then he got on the ground and he's hitting his butt or his back of his back or something. I don't know what the fuck that dude was doing, but that was uncalled for. That was completely uncalled for. Yes, that guy was completely stupid, but him getting punched in the face and constantly getting hit, that was uncalled for. But I know so many people that I talked to personally that messaged me personally about that video that was just like, yo, bro, I seen that video. That dude got punched in the face. It's all the cop fault. And then when you see the cop dash cam, then they was like, yeah, that dude's a dumbass. Then all of a sudden everything changed, right? That's why I don't look at one perspective. I look at everything. Said that in my old video. I look at everything. It's just a military thing. I don't look at one thing of one side of what some person say or do. I look at everything. Even when I used to have an LT to tell me like we're going out in the field, we're gonna do this or we're gonna plan to do this and that. I look at everything and I change stuff as I move. But in the sense of this, it's like when you watch something, you can't just look at one video. You gotta look at the whole perspective of everything. So when you look at one specific video, you're stuck with the mindset of this person was the victim. And then when you see this cop video, like his dash cam, then you realize bitch is stupid. Look at her face right now.
Oh my God!
Step out.
No, I didn't do anything.
And she makes sure that the phone is tilted up and she yells like as if she's getting hurt.
Wrong. Okay.
He keeps saying, please step out. Look at this officer. Amazing.
Oh my God.
Wait, let me rewind that again so you guys can hear him saying, please step out. Biting in the mouth. Do you see anybody being dragged to the ground and punching in the thighs and nut shots? In neither one of these situations are such actions necessary.
Wow. Are you serious? Oh yeah.
It's on the
Guys, I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to these officers. Just amazing, beautiful police work. And again, just for a quick comparison, let's take a look at how this police department conducts the exact same stop.
Exit the vehicle now! Exit the vehicle!
Oh, man.
Show me your hands.
Here.
1033 at 16.1 hours.
Here. What is your reason, sir? What is your reason? Step out now. All right. No.
This is ridiculous. Oh, come on. Punching.
Hands behind your back.
Absolutely f***ing ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Please step out.
No, I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. I didn't even do anything wrong. Oh my God. This is crazy.
All right, guys, so you wanted my opinion, you wanted my legal take on the situation, and I've explained it to you. I'm not just Monday morning quarterbacking this when I criticize this police department because I've taken the time to show you excellent police work. We should all be behind these police officers. Without strong, honorable police.
I'm gonna stop you right there. No, cat. I would say that my perspective of watching these two videos, because this dude is actual attorney, like that's his way to do it. I don't think he called himself a lead attorney just to call himself a lead attorney. If he do, that's just mad weird. But I'm pretty sure he's 100% a lead attorney. In the sense of those two incidents, you have one guy obviously just getting her out of the car, like, this is pointless. Like, you're speeding now, you're getting arrested for resisting, da 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 da. And then you got this dumbass guy who got, punched in the face and shit like that. Same situation, just obviously one is a woman, one is a man. I don't think you gonna punch a woman in the face. But yeah, it's just I don't understand, man. I don't. Yeah, there's situations where police are just brutally just out of line. And there's certain situations where, because I don't like the fucking police, but I gotta say, and this dude, I don't know his fucking name, 100% wrong. I don't give a fuck if he does get $8 million or some shit for it. He's 100% wrong. He should have just gave him the fucking ID. Well, it doesn't matter because his ID was suspended, so it makes perfect sense why he didn't want to give the ID. He wanted to speak to a supervisor, even though that wouldn't change anything because he still had to give up ID for the traffic stop. Um, the woman was just completely wrong. She's speeding. They arrested her. She probably didn't even have an ID on her, probably. Because they was asking for ID. She just like I don't know what her problem was. I think she thought having a phone out makes her like just in control of the situation or some shit. I don't know. I'm exhausted of watching this video at all. I know he has a press conference that came out of his attorney or lawyer, whatever like that, representing him and stuff like that. I'm not even gonna watch it. I'm not even gonna entertain it. To be honest, like it's just black people just trying to grab some money because money pretty much is just the root of everything in the world. Everybody just cares so much about money. They will hurt themselves. They would cut their finger off. They would kill one of their cousins. They would hurt some other people. Everybody would do anything but anything for money. Anything. It's crazy. Where we live in. You'll think things will get a lot better if people just get on their knees and pray. But you know, hey, if you can get a bag though, right?